Okay, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Nice to have you here this afternoon on what is an auspicious occasion, our last meeting for Taupo District Council for this triennium. And I'd love to welcome members of the public, staff, councillors here this afternoon. Could I ask Councillor Truman to give us a pressing for the afternoon? Just making sure we're on broadcast, are we? Nice. And just reminding councillors for their microphones to be on, please. Thank you, Councillor Truman.
I te atua ka harawa ki a tata mai koe ki a mātou I tēnei rā, mana ki te a mātou I mahi katoa, I ringo I te ingoa, o te matua, o te tama, o te wairua tapu, ake ake, amene.
Thank you, Councillor Truman. I call for apologies. And look like there's a full house. Okay, agenda item. Any conflicts of interest here this afternoon?
Through the Chair, for your worship, just on item number 7.
Item number 7 for Councillor Jollins. Okay, here we go. No other conflicts of interest. So, Councillor Christowski.
Yes, your worship. It pains me greatly having to make the following strong and personal stand, which are based on my life's values and principles, as well as that of an elected member and community leader. Putting aside for the moment the obvious requirements to work within a legal framework and numerous applicable legislations to us, I believe that recently a deliberate number of breaches of Council's unchallenged and universally adopted Code of Conduct and Council's oath of office have occurred. Not to take a stance here today is not an option for me. In my mind, it would amount to implicit endorsement of violations of our Code of Conduct, especially in matters of confidentiality. But worse, it would incite further unacceptable behaviour, as already signalled and campaigned for by a current councillor on the 19th of this month at the night of Meet the Candidates. This to me equates to a total disregard and utter contempt of one's fellow councillors and the office we hold. It would also render the mutually accepted Code of Conduct, which includes confidentiality, absolutely meaningless as well as superfluous to future requirements, and place this council in an insidious position. I have always been a strong advocate of democracy and freedom of speech. However, both come with great personal and social responsibilities, especially as an elected representative and community leader. Openness, transparency and trust is not a one-way system that can be selected at one's whim in order to gain personal or political advantage at the expense of individual and collective democratic rights or democracy at large. Recent events and subsequent statements by one or more elected members have, in my view, seriously challenged the fundamental pillars of our democracy that brought us here in the first place. Moreover, it willfully undermined the collective agreement that we as elected representatives have all agreed to at the beginning of this triennium. I do not expect to see consensus on every debate, but I do have the right to be treated with mutual respect, dignity and trust as a result of the decisions made by the majority and the collective. This includes, and you guessed it, but is not limited to confidential items. Sadly, it is my opinion this council's integrity has been called into question by one or more elected members. As a result, I no longer share the required confidence and trust within the elected circle, and I feel compelled to vacate my chair for the remainder of this meeting as a mark of protest and sheer disappointment. Additionally, their actions and unsubstantiated insinuations have also unwittingly and by default unfairly implicated some hard-working, innocent council officers. Had all of this occurred at any other time of the triennium, the potential unintended consequences could have seen this council replaced by a commissioner. Unfortunately, one of the undesirable outcomes of recent events is that it does precious little to enhance the image and integrity of elected members to the people, especially to the young, nor does it promote the fragile confidence within our community that we as a council are working so hard to improve. Just ask yourself, why should the public obey the rules when their leaders do not? Your Worship, The sentiments expressed here today by me represent my line in the sand. Lastly, it is my fervent hope that regardless of who sits around this table in the new triennium, that they will serve in the best interest of our community and help shape our vast potential into a positive reality for the benefit of all. Thank you, Your Worship.
Well said, Bernard.
Any other conflicts of interest? Okay. All right, we'll go to item number 1, confirmation of council minutes, ordinary council meeting on the 30th of August. Do we have any queries or questions of those minutes? Those matters arising from those. Do I have a mover, please, for those minutes? I'll move. Moved by Councillor Boddy, seconded by Councillor Hickling. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against. Item number 2, fencing, loading reserves and dog committee meeting. We'll go through these and then we'll probably move them on block.
Mr. Chairman, I have an issue in regards of item 5 on the minutes of the last Fred committee meeting. I'll hand yourself and Mr. Green a memo that I wish to now read out.
Item 5.
It's item 5 2/4.
Yep.
This is in regards to the subject of an incorrect process and resolution. I'll give you the explanation as it's before all my fellow councillors. As the acting chairman for item 5 of the 22nd of August 2016's Fred committee meeting, I wish to table this memo for the future Taupo District Council's consideration. Having carefully read the original written request that led to this item, it is clear to me, in hindsight, that item 5's resolution is incorrect. The original written request was for a small information sign or plaque, not a commemorative memorial plaque. Therefore, the request should not have been judged against the Council's commemorative memorial policy. Secondly, the resolution which states that the request was for Council to install a commemorative plaque is factually incorrect. Therefore, as the chairman for this item in hindsight, I would recommend that the incoming 2016-19 Council reconsider this matter.
Thank you, Councillor Boddy. Any other?
Chair, I support that. I understand where staff are coming from with regards to the memorial technicalities, but I think it was more, as John said, it was more acknowledgement, I thought. That's what they were after.
I'm not sure how my other Fred committee members feel about that.
So, yeah. The councillor is happy to have an appetite to
Just give an explanation why I've used the word council. We don't know whether there's going to be a Fred committee with the new council. We don't even know who's going to be in the new council. Hence, I've used the word council.
Okay, so Chief Executive, what do we do?
So I think you've got the memo there now. Obviously, you can't change this resolution today, so and we don't know when or if there's going to be a new Fred committee, but I think because we got this memo one way or the other, either at council or at a future Fred, then you can the next elected members can consider it at that time.
That's correct. So therefore, it'll be part of the minutes of this meeting that it's been. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Any other? So if we go through them, so I think that's that one. Then the Turangi Reserves Management Plan Committee held on the 29th of August.
That's fine.
That's fine. Thank you. Emergency Management Committee meeting held on the 12th of September.
Yes, just through the chair, we've actually received the resignation of Seamus Howard as a controller to the Taupo District after 15 years of voluntary service. We thanked him at that point, but I would like a letter of thanks to go to Seamus, perhaps signed by yourself, Your Worship, but also I'd be quite keen for us to nominate him for a ministerial award that the Ministry of Civil Defence and Emergency Management give out each February. I think 15 years of voluntary service is warranty enough for that.
Yep, good idea. Mr. Fox, the process for nominating the ministerial award?
We're in discussions with the ministry on the potential for that, and certainly he would qualify for that. I think the awards have already happened for this year, obviously, but we would certainly, if the meeting was of a mind for that to happen, nominate next year.
Councillors happy for that to happen?
Chairman, just to make one comment on that, it's nothing to do with what's in the minutes. I happened to be out in that area where the snow was a couple of weeks ago, I was very impressed with the comments made by those I spoke to over in regards of our team from this council, in particular Ian. So I think that needs to be acknowledged again. They did a very, very good job, and the people out there were very happy. One thing that came through to me was this lack of cell phone coverage in that area.
Yes, it's being addressed.
That has to be a priority, particularly not so much for snow events, but accidents as well. So maybe that's something council can look at.
We'll minute that, Councillor Roddy, and
We've written to, through Mr Chairman, we've written to the relevant ministers on that point as a result of the snow event.
And just through the chair, also it was backed up by a letter from the Emergency Management Committee in support of cell phone tower.
okay, thank you very much. Turangi-Tongariro Community Board meeting on the 13th of September.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's fine. Audit and Risk Committee meeting on the 19th. Mangakino-Pouakani representative group meeting on the 20th.
Yep, just a couple of minor changes. Just on 2/21.
21.
Under number 3, the Freedom Camping, towards the end, it says members agreed there should be a public meeting in Mangakino, and the word consultation should be in there. So that was about a consultation meeting to get feedback from the community. And also 2/22, under members' reports, Mr Seymour, it's thanked staff for the roof repairs, not the rude.
Thank you, Councillor Truman. Taupo Airport Authority Committee meeting on the 21st of September. All good? All good. Okay, Turangi Reserves Management Plan Committee meeting on the 21st of September.
Yes, and that was fine
All
too.
good. Thank you, Maggie. Okay, so no matters arising from those minutes apart from what's been noted. I have a mover on block for those minutes, please. Thank you, Councillor Stewart, seconded by Councillor Harvey. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, carried.